Hello and welcome to my tier list collection video. We're going to go through everything and rank series from S to C. I think we won't go any lower, but maybe special exceptions if I see something. Mostly everything on my shelves I do like, but I made a little exception right here because this is just a corner of stuff that I'm probably going to unhaul. And yeah, so we're probably going to start there just because the rest of the video is probably going to seem more like S tier and A tier, and then right here is probably where you're going to actually see like your first C tiers, so we'll just go there. And yeah, this is gonna set the precedent of this video. So if these are bad opinions, just know that they do get worse. Okay, so starting off with JJK. So I am kind of neutral on my JJK stance. I think it has amazing characters. I think the character designs are very good. However, I'm not the biggest fan of the story. I own like 0 through 17, and this isn't all of it. And I never really fell in love with any of it, but I liked most of it. So that's why it's probably a solid B tier. Yeah, we're starting off the video strong. JJK as a B tier. I will say, I really liked Gojo. So as we go further into JJK, I feel like it fell off for a very specific reason. Anyways, Seraph of the End, we have 1 through 17 here. This is a good series. I would say this starts off amazing. It has great character designs. It has amazing art. And then as you go a little bit further, especially if you read on the Shonen Jump app, because there's like 33 volumes, it does get a little bit worse. But I'll say that what I have here is A tier, and then as it gets further, I would say it goes into B tier. But Seraph of the End is like a A minus, if in my book. Good series, yeah, A minus. Right here we have Danganronpa 2. This is all three volumes, and then Danganronpa Despair Girls 1 and 2. I think there's 4 volumes of that. I'm just gonna put it out there. All the Danganronpa manga is C tier. None of it is amazing. If you want to experience the story of any of it, I do just recommend playing the games. And if you want to watch the anime, you can watch the anime. But I wouldn't recommend any of the manga. I like how they look. I think they look amazing, but they are gonna leave me, and I won't have any qualms. They're not great. They're pretty bad, in my opinion. But that's as someone who has watched who has played the games and really enjoyed the games. They're there. Okay, we have Boruto. This is also going to I don't know, show the video, but this is just this might be D tier. I liked Boruto at one point of my life, but since then it has become Boruto Blue Vertex, and I couldn't care less about this series. I think the character designs are horrible. I think the story is whatever. And yeah, I don't know. It's D tier. Yeah, by our first D tier. I didn't think I'd bring a D tier. It's specifically for Boruto because of what it did to all of their characters and all of Naruto characters. There you go. That's the video. The end. So we have Call of the Night. I do want to talk about this one a little bit. I think this is I like manga and anime like this, where it's like a central romance between a guy and a girl who has like a quirk in some way, and Call of the Night just wasn't the one for me. In the manga, I feel like it's very pretty, but it's also very stale. Just it wasn't for me. I'll say I'll put that in. Oh man, I'm gonna say I don't think this is a bad series. This is just a series that's not for me, and so it's like a C plus. But that's probably leaving me. So I'm not sure if I should even put it on the tier list. Yeah, all the stuff that might be leaving me, I'll just say my opinion, and then probably like go on from there. Die Dark. This is another series by Q Hayashida, who made Dorohedoro, and I wasn't a fan of this one. I'll say, like, it's not bad. It's another one that's not bad, but I'll say that this is just not for me. So I'll just make a whole tier that says not for me, and that's Die Dark. We also have Chojin X. Oh my god, I forgot how many things are in this that I just don't care about. Chojin X, I love Tokyo Ghoul. I think the art in Chojin X is amazing, but the story and the characters and all of that stuff, I didn't have fun at all as it progressed. Like, you can read it on the Shonen Jump app, and I really just couldn't care. Like, I got so bored. So Chojin X is probably a C tier, unfortunately. And then Record of Ragnarok, this is a tier. I know this is like, yeah, it's weird. This isn't like peak fiction or anything, but it does fights in a way that's a lot better. Every fight has an emotional stake. There's a reason for, like, I don't know, for who wins and who loses does a lot for the whole series. And they also pick like cool characters, cool gods, cool humans in history. But yeah, that's a tier manga. Pretty good. All right, so my phone died. We're gonna go into the second shelf. Starting off, we'll go to The Flowers of Evil. Now, this is a very, not too short, it's like 12 volumes, so I have all the omnibuses, and it's a weird drama about a kid and a girl, and this kid really likes this girl, but he does something kind of weird, and then because of it, this girl is is blackmailing him. And so the story kind of devolves from there. If you know anything by Shuzo Oshimi, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be kind of strange. So the psychological element is definitely there. I want to say this is a minus series. I don't love this series, but it's also good. So I'm gonna say like A minus. I think if the art was a little bit better like his other series, then I may put it higher, but altogether, yeah, it's not my favorite. We have Goodnight Poon Poon. We're gonna skip any of the one shots unless I really think it stands out. All of his one shots are kind of like B. But Goodnight Poon Poon is A tier. I really like Goodnight Poon Poon. It's not quite S. I just don't think it has the rereadability that a lot of my favorite manga have. But for being just a great manga with some great art, Goodnight Poon Poon is great, and it has nice characters. Like, yeah, it's definitely on the mature side. So yeah, I think if you're interested in depression, here it is. So over here in our third shelf, we have Magi 1 through 37. This is a series that was kind of hard to grab. I think some of the volumes are still hard to grab, but I read all of it and I wasn't the biggest fan. I think it's solid, but there's just a lot of issues I have with the story. I'm not huge on the characters, so I'm gonna say it's a B. If you want me to go into it deeper, I'll just say that the ending's not great, and I didn't fall in love with any of the characters. I liked the theme. I didn't like the execution that much. Let's see, Tuxedo Gin. We have volume 1. I do have all of this except maybe 1 or 2 volumes. This is a good series if you like old romances. It's kind of like Case Closed if it was more romance focused and had instead of becoming a kid again, you became a penguin. So depending on what you think of that synopsis, this might be for you. And so that's I want to say that's an A. I really like Tuxedo Gin. There's Black Lagoon right there. We'll come back to it. Let's see, Dead Man Wonderland 1 through 13. I just completed this. This is a very good series about a guy who he's put on trial for the killing of his entire classroom, which it wasn't him. And so he goes to a amusement park that wants to kill off criminals and use it for as entertainment. I think this is a great concept. I think it has a pretty good manga, yeah. I know people aren't huge on the ending of this, but overall, this is one of my favorites that I ended up growing up with. So yeah, I really like it. This is A tier for me. All right, so we have Golden Kamui from 1 through 26. It is a 31 volume series. I don't have volume 26 through 31 yet. I have them ordered, but I can easily say this is a S tier manga. Absolutely gorgeous covers, absolutely amazing art, great characters. I think every character is so well developed that this is just a fantastic manga. Just S tier. Try it if you like any seinen, because I don't think it will disappoint you. It will, in the beginning, talk a lot about eating food, but it does slow down as you go further in, and it just becomes just a historical action manga with really weird characters. Love the series. So we have Fully Cooley right here. This is the Tokyo Pop 1 and 2. This is a good companion piece if you like Fully Cooley. I'm a big Fully Cooley fan. I like the music, I like the characters, but this isn't necessary if you didn't like Fully Cooley. You will not like this at all if you like Fully Cooley too. It's just a kind of weird, odd, obscure anime adaptation, and I'm usually not a big fan of anime to manga rather than manga to anime, but it's a good companion piece, so I'm putting it in B. Let's see, we have Defrag 1 and 2. This is a slice of life comedy. I mean, I grew up with this series too, so it's me saying like, oh, maybe this is not as good as I remember it, but this is definitely an A tier manga. I think it has A tier spines too. I love vibrant colors. The only thing that's not vibrant probably in my whole collection is Dead Man Wonderland, and maybe some other ones. But yeah, Defrag, this is great. If I had volume 3, this would probably be an S tier, just because I could read it normally. But it is A tier, and it's very good. And then now we're not going to talk about that. I just think they have nice covers. So they are there in the meantime. Let's see. We have all of this, and then we have all of that. Let's go right here. We have Hell's Paradise, volume 1 through 13 complete. This is a fantasy action series that got a lot of praise for just being, a little different. It has a lot of body horror and themes about religion and stuff like that. I love the characters. I think if we're basing off of characters, they would be easily S and A tier. I think Sagari, the main female character, is amazing. She's very likable, she's funny, and the slice of life just shines in this series. But when it comes to the actual plot, I feel like that's where the manga definitely loses some of it. It's good, but it's not amazing. So it's leaning between A- and B+. And I want to say it's probably the highest B+ instead of the lowest A-, just because we'll move stuff around at the end. But yeah, this is a solid action series. It's just I do have problems with the story, especially in the beginning. But still good series. I recommend. Silent Mobius. I haven't read this all the way through because I only have the first volume. Eminem. This is a fun series. This is just about a girl who can. I don't want to spoil it, but it's about a girl and it's about unique encounters, and it's so good. I recommend most people read this, at least the first volume, and then the second, third, and fourth, second, third, and fourth. That's another part of Eminem, and I haven't read that because volume 3 is out of print. But this is just a great one shot, and I'll put that easily in A+, maybe S. We'll do A+ for now. Let's see, My Dress Up Darling. Okay, now I think this is S tier, and I know it's a lot of people's favorite manga, and I know I don't even have all of it here, but the anime is amazing. The characters are great. The paneling is like a shoujo manga, so it leads your eyes in these chapters. They'll just keep you going, and yeah. My Dress Up Darling, this is probably the lower end of an S tier, but if you like your like I said, the romances between not really a quirky girl, but Like someone has a specific niche, and then there's a lot of those. My Dress Up Darling is one of the best, and it's just I can't understate that. Yeah, so S tier. Let's see. We have The Great Jahi Will Not Be Defeated. This is a slice of life about a girl who was a demon lord, and then she slowly, she lost all of her powers and slowly has to regain her power through crystals. I don't love this series. I think it's just a chill, relaxing series about a girl and her friends. And yeah, Jahi's a great character, but the story is not really. You're not here for the story. You're here for like the chapter by chapter feel good moments. And so it's really just a B, but it's a really solid B. It's a solid B. So we have Inside Mari, volumes 1 through 9, missing 6 and 7 because they're on back order. And this is another Shuzo Oshimi. This is probably his best work, in my opinion. And it's good. I think Denpa did a great job with this. It's like a psychological odyssey of going inside of a girl's body, the girl that you kind of liked, the girl that you kind of stalked. Yeah, it's different. It's Oshimi. This is easily like an A+. Uncle from Another World is I mean, I talk about this series extensively. I think it is just hilarious. I think the situations and the characters and all of that is so good. I do think this is one of my favorite series ever. And that's saying a lot because I usually don't say that about ongoing series just because I haven't seen everything, but this is just a great series, and I don't think it can do anything that would make me hate it. Like even if it had a bad ending, I'm just saying, like, this is just a fun series with like elf girls and fantasy swords and magic. It's just good. I recommend it. It's easily S tier, probably the top of the S tier. Yeah, there you go. All right. So right here we have volumes 7, 8, and 9, 10, 11, 12 of Evangelion. This I do have olive, but this is my red and black corner, so it's going to look very weird. But yeah, Evangelion, this is a great manga. This has great characters, great art, great everything. If I could get all the singles, I probably would, just because I need more of it. So this is S tier. This is not like as high as Uncle from Another World, but it's S tier. There we go. Planet Test, haven't read it, sorry. Let's see, Love on the Other Side, everything by Nagabe. Everything by Nagabe is like A or S. Like that's just everything she does is great. Persona, haven't read it, sorry. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive cover, and I think they're really pretty, and after I finished Royal, I didn't want to even touch anything Persona 5 again, to be honest. And but I do like the aesthetic. I think it goes great with my black and red corner, so it's there, but I probably won't read it for a very long time. Goodbye Eri, I said I wouldn't touch on one-shots, but this is a very good one. So probably in between S and A tier. So I would say A+ as well. A+ right there. Kakegurui. This is I would say this is like a B+ manga, and then the anime would easily be S tier. That's just my opinion. I know like my thoughts on the anime and the manga will be different because I do watch both. Yeah. And then Black Butler, this is a solid series. I have 1 through I don't even know how many, and I like it a lot. I liked it more when I was in middle school, just because Maciel and Sebastian and stuff like that. I grew up with a lot of people who also enjoyed the butlers and maids and the dark demons. But now it's kind of just a B tier series. I don't love every character anymore. I don't think the hiatus is worth it for a lot of it, but yeah, it's a B. It's a solid series. There you go. JoJo Part 2. I'm just going to say all of JoJo and just put it straight in the middle of A. There's things I love, like I do love a lot of JoJo, and there's a lot of parts I'm not huge on, particularly Part 3 and Part 6. I know a lot of people like Part 6, but I'm just saying overall, JoJo has a lot of highs, and for me personally, it has a lot of lows, especially Part 3. So I'm just going to say JoJo's is a solid A. Just altogether A. With Fullmetal Alchemist, I haven't read the manga, so we're not going to judge that. But I love the anime. I watched both of those and own those on DVD or Blu-ray. And then Drip Drip, this is by the Beastars person. I haven't read that. Do you like Nerdy Nurses? I'm going to say that's like a C. I like it enough to keep it, but it's not, like it's not worth. You don't need this. And then Zombie Makeout Club. This is like Tokyo Ghoul if it has less plot. And I'll say that's like a B minus. Yeah.